Hello, this is Rabbi Michael Weiner with the Rabbi's Reflections for Sunday, May 11th, 2025. Shalom. Psalm 28, verse 9. Save your people, bless your inheritance, shepherd them, and carry them forever. Save, bless, shepherd, carry, meaning lift them up. Those are the four verbs prayed to God by David in this last verse of Psalm 28. And for emphasis, David adds at the end, ad ha'olam, meaning do it for all eternity. Today, we're meditating on the first part, save your people. Tomorrow, we will deal with the rest of the verse as the Lord allows. How is it that most Jewish people don't think about salvation? It is mentioned over 200 times in the Hebrew Scriptures. Why you would have to be blind to miss it? Isaiah saw it and prophesied with accuracy immediately after receiving the vision of Yeshua seated on his throne. Isaiah 6, verse 9, Then he said, Go, tell this people, hear without understanding and see without perceiving. Make the heart of this people fat, their ears heavy, their eyes blind. Else they would see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and return and be healed. The deferred salvation of Israel is an important part of God's plan for the salvation of the world. Romans 11, verse 2, part A, God has not rejected his people whom he knew beforehand. Down to verse 7. What then? What Israel is seeking it has not obtained, but the elect obtained it. The rest were hardened. Then in verse 8. Just as it is written, God gave them a spirit of stupor, eyes not to see, and ears not to hear, until this very day. The elect is called a remnant in many translations. In Hebrew, remnant means survivor. Where is it written there would be Hebrew survivors who get saved? Isaiah 10, verse 21, A remnant will return, even the remnant of Jacob, to the mighty God. Immediately after prophesying over the root of Jesse, Isaiah again sees redemption for the remainder of Israel. Isaiah 11, verse 11, part A, It will also come about in that day that my Lord will again redeem a second time with his hand the remnant of his people who remain. Those are who outside the promised land. This is necessary, that Israel, for the most part, rejected Yeshua as Messiah, necessary so that all the world of all the other nations may be saved. Romans 11, verse 25, part B, A partial hardening has come upon Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in. Then in verse 26, And in this way all Israel will be saved. As it is written, The deliverer shall come out of Zion, he shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Again, we quote from Isaiah, who prophesied over both Israel and Yeshua. In Isaiah 49:6, he says, It is too trifling a thing that you should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and restore the preserved one of Israel. So I will give you as a light to the nations, that you should be my salvation to the ends of the earth. Given as a light for the nations, that's the Gentiles. Rabbis believe that light is Israel, but Israel needs light for blind eyes. The plan of God is brilliant. That's why Paul is overwhelmed when he writes in Romans 11:33, Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments, and how incomprehensible his ways. Israel gets saved, and their salvation leads to worldwide revival. First, we have Jeremiah 31, verse 33. But this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days. It is a declaration of Adonai. I will put my Torah within them. Yes, I will write it on their heart. I will be their God, and they will be my people. Then in Matthew 24:14, we read this. This good news of the kingdom shall be proclaimed in the whole world as a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come. Shalom, shalom.